Good morning. How is everybody doing today? So let's just start off checking in. How do we feel? What energy is going on in that cellular system, that electromagnetic field that you are today? Let me just shut down some other things. Sorry, give me 2 ticks and I'll just so what we're going to be doing today is the healing codes. Now, the healing codes, I have actually not, I've not even been doing them in myself. I used to do them quite regularly. I love it. It's very meditative. And again, I think the big thing for most of us in the West is that, it's very difficult to just switch off. So it's actually very practical if we have something that we can actually, a process that we can work through. So what I'm going to do is basically the healing codes is devised by a guy called Alex Loyd. You can go to his site and hear his whole story. His wife was very, very ill and had been for a long time. And he had this download on a plane this day about these codes. So what I'm going to show you today is just a very, very basic version that is free and anybody can do. And then there's more advanced things that you can do if it really draws and calls to you. But really what we're doing this morning, the whole idea of this month is just to calm the nervous system and to give you different ways that you can do it, because there's so many different ways and different processes, different techniques and protocols appeal to different people. There is no one size fits all. You may already know that. So what you do is you put your hands sort of in this position and you're going to come off, just touch the skin, but then just come about half an inch, 2 centimeters off the skin. And what we're doing is we're channeling the energy, use the electricity. We're going to say set an intention, say a prayer, whatever command, whatever language you like. We're going to set a very clear intention for what we're going to do. So if you have an issue that needs to be healed on an emotional, mental, physical, spiritual level, think of that right now and you can work on it. But first of all, check in, of course, and see how you feel. So the 4 positions for the basic healing codes are just there in the forehead. So touch on and then just pull off a little bit. And then you come down to the Adam's apple, to the throat. And then the jaw, that bit there, touch there and then just come off again. So it's like you just allow the electricity to flow. And then in there at the temples, just touch on there and then come off a little bit. And that's it. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. And you just do it. I'm going to put a timer on. And you just do it for 5 or 6 minutes. So we'll do it together. If you see, I've got a video on this. It's got hundreds. It's got a lot of hits. So obviously a lot of people Google this stuff. So you can find it. Just put in healing codes Lilia Sinclair and you will get the kind of the direct version of this. So I'm going to read out the so we're going to ask, pray or command, use whatever word feels comfortable to you. Don't let the words put you off. Choose your own. All you're doing is asking. So I pray, I ask that all known and unknown negative images, unhealthy beliefs, destructive cellular memories, and all physical issues related to whatever your issue is, a sore back, sore belly, digestive issues. You can also do this for a loved one, which is really nice as well. So all these physical issues would be found, opened and healed by the light, life and love. And again, use your own words, God, divine, universe, the quantum field. I also pray that the effectiveness of this healing be increased by 100 times or more. Or you could say 100,000 times or more, because I've never really quite understood that. So you're just, again, it's very, very clear. direction, because that's what we need. When we're working with the subatomic particles and the invisible, we need to have clarity on exactly what we're asking for. So you can just keep it simple, so that you are everything that no longer serves you can be healed and removed and dissolved. Okay, so I'm going to put this on in the background, and then we're just going to go through it. Beautiful music by Elio Paglioni. Elio Pagliarulo. Okay, so wait till we get the timer. So you're just going to start here. And if you're tired, you can put your elbows on a table and just hold it there. But I think you're all very strong and fit enough. So let's just put our hands on, just touching the forehead and just coming off. And then we'll come in here to the Adam's apple. Just close your eyes and feel. And play about with the distance from the skin, but not touching. Just listen to the music, it's beautiful. Jaw. Just feel. You may not feel anything, but you may feel something. Temples. And just breathe nice and easily back to the forehead, and just allow all your systems to recalibrate. And again, just play around a little bit with the distance your fingers are from your skin, and see what you can feel. Back to the throat. You can do this on someone else if somebody's very unwell, just to really ease them and help them move out of the judgment of the body. Because we know that a lot of our pain and suffering comes from resistance to what is. So here now. I like doing this in my bed at night. And just allow your ears to hear the music. You're doing an energy healing on yourself right now. Minor chakras in the hands, and you're directing this energy into these cells, these vibrating, intelligent cells. And just feel again, what can you feel, if anything? Forehead. Nice deep breaths into your belly. Allow the music, allow the energy to flow. Can you feel? You might find emotions coming up. That's very common. Maybe life's been tough. Maybe you've been feeling off kilter, unable to manage. There you go. Just take a few nice breaths. And how do you feel? Do you feel any different? Calmer? There's many ways. If you look at it, we're in two states. We have fight or flight. I'm simplifying this, obviously. And we have restore, repair, regenerate. And most of us are living here, putting adrenaline and cortisol, the stress hormones, into the body all day, every day. And the issue with that, of course, is that the body's not getting time to do the restore and repair. Feels great. That's great. It's so nice, isn't it? Such a nice thing to do. And that is, if you've got somebody in your family or aging parents, it's just a really nice thing to do for them. Feeling more calm, brilliant. So you can see how simple it is. You know, all we're talking about is taking ourselves from this state to this state. Now, up until quite recently, most of us thought when we were in that anxiety was a thing that, like a lump that's just there. It's not. It's just a feeling. It's an emotion. It's energy in motion. And when you learn all these amazing techniques, the breath work, you're going to learn a lot more stuff over this next month. You can learn how to take yourself from this state to this state and back as and when you choose. Now, if you're habitually and have been in the fight or flight, chronic fatigue, autoimmune, a lot of these things where there seems to be a gate in the brain that stays open, and the energy, the stress hormones can just keep going, and we end up exhausted. So these techniques are to help you get from running away, stress, there's a problem, I've got to survive, into allow the body to restore, regenerate, and repair. And, you know, if you go back, January was the intermittent fasting, helping you to understand when you stop putting food into the body that 3 hours before you go to bed, then the body gets a chance to do the detox, and that it inevitably does as it moves through different organs at different times through the night. That process, and then the wee microbes can take what they need and fix whatever needs to get fixed. Regeneration, because aging, this is a thing about aging as well. You don't need to age the way that we do once we understand this stuff. And then the breath work, obviously, throughout February, I showed you lots of different ways to do it. There is no right way. There is no breath guru. We can all breathe, and we can all experiment with different ways to basically manage our energy, calm the vagus nerve, and get ourselves out of the fight or flight into the rest, restore, and repair. Now, the healing code's another very simple way to do it. Obviously, yesterday we talked about letting go. So whatever one you're getting attracted to it, think, oh, I can feel the difference. All you then have to do is practice it. Now, I'm a big fan of, as I'm sure you know, how much time do you have? Because these things, when you're teaching the body a new trick, to get good at anything, you need to practice. So a big part of that is how much time do you have to practice? So be very realistic about that. Don't set yourself big goals that you're almost certainly going to fail. So if you can say, right, okay, 5 minutes a day, I can do that. I can just put that on at night when I go to my bed. Calm, and then into sleep, because that's another subject I've not quite delved into yet. But how we sleep obviously dictates the different brains waves and brain states, dictate how effective the regeneration and restoring and repairing is through the night. If we're waking up a lot, if we've got lots of devices and electricity in the room, Wi-Fi going on, a lot of overthinking, the monkey mind, a total victim of what the body's doing, because nobody's bothered to teach us all the different things that can be affecting how you feel. And once I was talking to somebody yesterday and I just went like, you could do this, 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 this. And she was like, oh my God, you've totally overwhelmed me. So the idea with the monthly challenges is to break that down, to give you a real deep understanding that you are in charge and you can control and override the program. And, you know, with deep anxiety and panic attacks, you know, there's a concept that, well, the worse it is, the longer it's going to take to fix. But again, if we go back to everything being just energy, then the energy can be moved and shifted like that. On the electromagnetic field, the energy literally moves at the speed of light. And that's what we need to keep. The mind wants to put it into concepts. That's a bit a wee problem. That's a big problem. This is an easy to heal disease. This is a impossible to heal disease. And we need to break down all of these concepts. Slept great last night after acupuncture. Oh yeah, I'm a big acupuncture fan. So let's just, before we finish, let's just do a little tap on understanding. I'm now awakening to the power I have to move from fight or flight into rest, restore, digest, repair, regenerate. I used to feel I was the victim of the body and my feelings and my thoughts, and I'm now waking up to the understanding that I can influence them effortlessly when I know how. I'm letting go of limiting beliefs around how powerless or powerful I am. I allow myself to take control, take the wheel of this aeroplane, and tell the cells exactly what it is that I want from them. I am transforming my relationship with the body. I'm waking up to the power within. I'm letting go of any beliefs that I am powerless. I'm overriding the programming from the past and all the labels and concepts I've taken on from others that led me to believe I need pills to be fixed. I am an alchemist who can change my own chemistry at will when I choose. And I have the power to boost my immune system and to regulate my emotions when I choose. I'm waking up to this phenomenal power. And I'm open to practicing and learning and to stay in greater levels of joy and peace and moving away from the victim perpetrator story into the new story where I am free from all others' points of view. I'm free from the limitations of the 3D reality and the heaviness. I am a powerful energy being. We are not a victim of our thoughts and our emotions and our behaviours and our beliefs and perceptions. Nothing could be further from the truth. But there ain't no pill and ain't no person that can give you this. It is only you that can be willing to open your mind to that possibility. Are you full of power, or do you have zero power? What do you believe? And if you're believing that you're powerless, or it feels like you're powerless, then that is a belief that you need to tap on every single day, unless you like feeling that you're powerless. And then fill your boots. If you really want to understand the power within, for whatever we're going to have to surf over the next few years, I highly recommend you tap into the field of inner knowing. Anybody that's been at the Goddess gatherings will understand, as you start to go in and break down all the claptrap and garbage that you've gathered, you will start to remember who you really are and the power that you have to change yourselves and the world. So yeah, give me feedback on the healing codes. Let me know if you liked it. You can Google a lot more information around it. I do gab on a bit in the lives, I know that, but I like to just have the technique so that you can go back and use it again. So if you just put healing codes Lilia Sinclair in, you will get my video and you can just run through it. Okay, have a wonderful day. I'm off to Tarbert to look at the organisations for the festival. Remember, my ask, if you've enjoyed this, please share, please share, please share. We need to get loads of people along to the events so that they can learn how to be much more powerful, how they can have much more control over how they're feeling, how they can break away from the codependency with big pharma and maybe other toxic people around them. And then we can create the healing oasis that we need, that's going to be happening in Skye in January. I really like that. That's fantastic. Okay, huge love. Have a great one. Ciao.